What's up, poker players? Hope you guys are out there crushing it on the tables. Today we're going to take a look at a losing session. It was a rough one, almost $800 down at a loss rate of 6 big blinds per 100. Not a very productive session, but it stuck right in the middle of 5 winning sessions, so it can't be that bad. And it looks like we made up for it in the next session. So let's take a look at some of the big hands within this 5,100 hand session. First one we're taking a look at is at the 100 NL table. We have pocket queens playing from the cutoff. Only 6 of us being dealt into this hand, a little short-handed. Aaron Vega opens for $4, 4x, and we put in a 3-bet, make it 13 to go with the pocket queens. And we get a call, see a flop in position against Aaron Vega. $27.50 in the pot. Aaron checks, and we put in a continuation bet of $15, and Aaron min bets us. Usually a sign of a strong hand, but what are we really afraid of here? Pocket kings, pocket aces that would just call a 3-bet pre-flop. We have strong heart draws that could be out there. Or 4s, 6s, and 8s that would call a pre-flop 3-bet. I don't think Aaron Vega is going to be calling too many of those smaller pairs with a pre-flop 3-bet. But it looks like I am wrong about that one. So I'm sure in this spot I'm thinking we are ahead of the majority of Aaron's range, except for aces and kings. So I do make the call. And we hit a queen on the turn, giving us top set. Now I know our hand is good. And Aaron gets the rest of the chips in. We, of course, are going to be calling here. We do. And we wind up getting pretty lucky with that turn. He did have a set of 6s. Didn't really see that one coming, but I'll take it. And we win this pot of $209.50. And now we're getting into the big losses. Looks like we're going to get in another hand with Aaron Vega. We have 6-7 suited playing from the small blind. Shorthand once again at the 200 NL table. 5 of us being dealt into this pot, which folds around to us in the small blind, and we open to $6. Aaron makes a call, and we see a flop of queen high rainbow. We have an outside straight draw and a backdoor flush draw. I like to just check in this spot. Probably going to be putting in a check raise if Aaron continuation bets, but they do not. They just check. The 4 of diamonds comes on the turn, giving us the straight. We have the nuts right now, and we are going to be betting this time. Make it 2/3 pot, $8 to go. Aaron comes back over the top with a big raise. That is 5x our bet. Do we want to slow play here or get our chips in? I think I like putting in the 4-bet here, which is what we do. Make it 90 to go, a little bit larger than 2x his bet. Probably could have made it bigger. We're giving him pretty good odds here with some of the draws that could be out there. It's only $50 to call, which is exactly what he does. And the jack of diamonds comes on the turn. That is not a great card for us. 9-10 got there, and the flush draw also got there. We bet $108 on the river. I don't know what this bet is really accomplishing. We're going to get called by, obviously the hands that got there. We're probably going to get raised by some of the flushes, the nut flushes, and the stronger flushes. We might get called by some of the 2 pairs out there. Maybe some sets as well. I think this bet on the river was a mistake. I like check calling a little bit better, or if we really think there's a good chance we're beat, we can bet smaller as a blocker bet. Aaron gets the rest of the chips in. Now we almost have to call. We are beyond pot committed. It is $56 for us to make a call here into a pot of $465. We're getting better than 8-1 on our money. I do make the call, and I see that we were rivered by a flush, and I realize right away that we made a mistake right here. I actually remember playing this hand. This was a painful one. I think in this spot we could have made it a lot bigger, possibly even jamming and really putting our opponent in a tough spot. We gave him great odds here, almost 3-1, and better implied odds when he does hit the flush on the river. I do believe that was a pretty big mistake. And now we have ace jack suited playing from middle position at the 200 NL table. Folds around us, and we open to 3x, $6, and we get 3 bets by the cutoff, who has a high 3-bet percentage of 8%, but could be pretty recreational. Only 289 hands on this player. So I make the call here, being out of position. We are both over 100 big blinds deep. I think we can realize our edge against the recreation recreational player here. So we see a flop of 6 high 2-tone, 2 hearts. We have 2 overcards as well as the nut flush draw. I check back. You have to deposit again. Bets over the pot. And now we are on a very tough decision. If we're going to be playing this pot, I don't think a call here is very strong. I think when we put in a raise here, we can realize a little bit of fold equity, possibly getting some hands like pairs over the board to possibly fold on this connected flop, which is exactly what we do. We make it 115 to go. They jam all in. We are pot committed now, and we're not necessarily in a terrible spot right here. If they do have a pair over the board, we're pretty much a coin flip. So we get it in, and we are a 47% underdog, slight underdog, but still not a terrible spot to be in. I think when we are raising here on the flop, we can gain enough fold equity to put this play in a plus EV situation, and they do make a call. We need a harder an ace on the turn or river. Deuce doesn't help. Jack does not improve us, and we wind up losing this plus $400 pot. That one definitely hurts. What do you guys think about this one? We could have possibly folded pre-flop. We could have folded on the flop with this large bet. That was a tough hand, and it did not work out our way. And once again, we are at the 200 NL table playing short-handed. We have pocket aces in the big blind. Vegetables opens for 2.5x on the button, and we put in a 3-bet, make it 18 to go. Vegetables makes a call. Flop is 8 high 2-tone. We still have the aces over the board. We continuation bet, make it 20 to go. Vegetables makes a call. I think betting a little bit larger here on the flop is better. We only bet slightly more than half pot right here. Deuce comes on the turn, does not improve many hands out there. In fact, the only hand that it really did improve is the exact hand that Vegetables has. And so we continuation bet once again, make it 48 on the turn. And Vegetables goes all in. I make the call with the aces, thinking that we're in the lead. And if we are by chance behind, we still do have outs to an ace or a 5. Little did I know that Vegetables had the ace 5. I didn't think ace 5 would be in the 3-bet calling range of Vegetables. But you know what? This is why we review sessions, and this is why we are learning exactly what our opponents are playing in these spots, and we should be making notes of this as well. If you do have Hold'em Manager, you can make a note right in here. So we put in the note, opened ace 5 suited to 2.5x on the button, called the 3-bet at 3.5x, and called a slightly larger than 1/2 pot size bet with a gut shot and an overcard on the flop. The only way we can get any part of this pot is by hitting a 5 on the river, giving us the split, and we wind up losing a very large pot right there. That one hurts. That's a very rough turn for us. Not too upset with the way that we played this one. Could have put in some bigger bets. Maybe made it 4x pre-flop on the 3-bets, or bet larger than half pot. On the flop, make it something like 3/4 pot. Maybe even a little bit larger than that, to deny some of the equity that Vegetables has. And now we have ace jack playing from the big blind at the 200 NL table. Under the gun +2. Opens to 3x, $6. We get a call from the cutoff, and we take a flop here. Being against 2 recreational players, not the best spot, but I think that we can realize our edge here just being in a pot against 2 recreational players. Against 2 regulars, I probably wouldn't be making this play, but we wind up flopping top pair, top kicker with the jack on the board. There is a lot of draws out there. Jessica continuation bets for half pot, and we decide to just make a call here. 9 of spades comes on the turn. That connects with the king queen. That could be in Jessica's range right here. So we just check back. Jessica continuation bets once again, slightly smaller than half pot. We're still ahead of most of the draws out there besides the king queen. So we do make a call, and the 4 breaks the river. And once again, we're going to check back and try to induce some bluffs from draws that missed here. And we get a bet of $34, make a quick call, and we take down this pot of almost $140 with top pair, top kicker. If I were Jessica, I would just check back on that river. You do have some showdown value with the 9s right here. Probably a mistake from her, but we will take it, and we will take down this pot of $138. Thanks for watching, poker players. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not done that yet. If you are subscribed, make sure you click that bell so you can turn on your notifications. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it too much because we lost well over $700, but I do enjoy learning and improving our game off the table, which is exactly what you should be doing as well. Another way to help improve your game is by using some of the poker products that I use every day, and links for those are down in the video description. So head down there, check those out. And I will be back soon with a new video, but until then, I'll see you guys out on the virtual felt.